And we are live. Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Bob Sales this time's next year. So there's no plan again. I am still missing BE informing. He's still on holiday. So I have come to do this drop. I am going to go for this drop. I'm not really sure. I'm not really looked into the drop itself. I think there's 6,000 editions. So we'll go from there. So hopefully we can get some people in here today. I'm not sure if we can, but hopefully we can. So first off, I will actually show you my video for the Ron English drop. I know it's not today's drop, but I'll play it anyway. Why not, right? Let me pull that up. Just pulling this video up. I should be pulling that up now. 1 second. Where are we? Where are we? Let's share the screen. I'm sorry if there's anyone there. I'm just sorting this out. May as well watch this video before the drop. Waitlist is open in 3 minutes, so if you haven't joined it, get ready to. Hopefully that's not loud. Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Bob Sales this time's next year. We have some more on English art coming to the veve app. Unfortunately, veve did release this article 2 days before the drop, so that's not ideally enough time for me to make a great video. With that being said, I know how big Ron English is, so I'm going to try and do a quick history, quick recap of his life. Ron English, also known as the godfather of street art, is a contemporary artist. Ron has literally done it all, from street art to fine art galleries to albums to cereal boxes. Ron has also moved on to making some great physical pieces. He even coined the term propaganda. This was used to describe the mashups of art and the use of real-world issues, which he tends to do a lot in his art pieces. In fact, his website itself is called Propaganda. So let's start with the street art. Ron English actually started off with a background as an art reproducer in the 1980s before going on to make his own work. Ron has murals all around the world. He actually has billboards all around the world. He also initiated and participated in loads of illegal public art protests. That's actually how he got his nickname.
Notorious illegal artist.
And Ron has actually been arrested on several occasions for this act.
Would work at night because it just seems like it's illegal. You should probably do it at night. But at some point I thought, these guys are all criminals. I'm a criminal. It's like, what if we just did it during the day?
Culture jamming is a big part of Ron's work. The meaning being, the artist would go around changing words or images on billboards to actually change the message that was already on them, often to reflect an anti-establishment message. So basically, when he thought a company was promoting or being a bit shady with their agenda or not being truthful, he would go around correcting this on billboards. The change to the work is supposed to make you look at the real picture and question capitalism in itself. Ron often does this by using grotesque work and sometimes offensive work, but it's all to make the consumer look deeper into the meaning and then find out the real backstory of what it's about, which it normally is about unhealthy food or political statements being forced upon everyone, and many other social issues. His frequent targets of this sort of work include Mickey Mouse and McDonald's. He does actually use Mickey Mouse a number of times to cover the female breasts. A good example is the Hear More Evil Monkeys. We have the yellow and red costume. It's obviously Ronald McDonald's hair, so this is obviously a take on McDonald's. And the description for that drop itself actually reads, "Don't turn the other ear to the evil lies of the insincere or the ballyho of sloganers. He hears more than he wants to hear." So he's definitely not loving it. I'm loving it. Later on went on to focus on another form of advertising, and this was product boxes. He actually did everything from cigarettes to milk cartons to cereal boxes. Of course, the serial killers we already have in veve that was created for this exact purpose. Now, we all know that they represent the high content of sugar and the preservatives that are damaging not only adults but children. Ron and his band of bandits would actually go around to stores around the world and actually switch out some of his items and put them in the aisle. So let's talk fine art. Ron does actually have a fine art degree. He passed that in Texas. colours. Ron would later move to New York to start selling his own works. He actually exhibitioned his grade school Guernica pieces at the Station Museum of Contemporary Art. Of course, this work was a take on Picasso's Guernica. He'd also done other reworks of The Last Supper and Starry Night. He's literally in galleries from Madrid to England to New York. Ron has also dabbled in album art covers. He made covers for Dandy Warhol's Welcome to the Monkey's House album. He also did the 2010 album for Slash. He even done the Fame cover for Chris Brown. It was in 2005 that the English creator designed toy versions of his art. Ronnie the Rabbit was actually the first artwork turned toy by Ron. In 2013, he actually paired up with Slash again to create a limited edition fiberglass bust, which is the image used on the album. I actually have this album, Slash and Friends, and I did not notice that. He also partnered with Chris Brown to launch their Dumb English toy, a pink astronaut Star Skull. The same year, he also collaborated with Pearl Jam. This was to produce a physical phallus sheep. This drop was actually done in blind box format and was sold in stores and at Pearl Jam's concert. I'm not going to believe this, but Ron even has his own band called The Rabbits. They've released several full-length albums over the years. Somehow, he's even included artists like Slash and Travie McCoy from Gym Class Heroes in them albums. I believe the music that was in the video for this drop was actually from Ron and his band. Ron and his fellow artists also starred in a Simpsons episode. This was based around street art. Ron is also the only artist to have a Funko. Yes, Ron is actually that big. He also made a slight appearance in Banksy's Exit Through the Gift Shop. In fact, I'm 100% certain that Ron knows who Banksy is, and in fact knows him well. Again, these videos always tie together. A Banksy piece titled Slave Labour was once again removed from the wall of a bargain shop, and it was later sold at auction. This first went to an auction in Miami, but after complaints and backlash, they actually removed it from the sale. That piece then went back to the UK and once again was put up for auction and sold. Again, after this sale, it was then put up again for auction in Los Angeles. This item sold for over $600K.
We have a bid of $600,000 going once. Do I have any further advance at $650,000? Going twice. The current bid is $600,000 in the gallery. Going thrice. Last chance. Final offer at $600,000. And it's going to Ron English. Last chance. Final offer. Sold!
And who was the buyer? None other than Ron English. So rather than me explain it, why not let the man himself explain what his reasons were?
My idea for this painting is to whitewash it for my good pal Banksy. And I only wish I could have spent more money for it.
And what do you mean by
and had less money for no, I'm going to paint it white again. I'm done. Yeah. Should be bought and
Crazy.
sold. I don't think there's a lot of thinking behind that. I think that's, we're tired of people stealing our stuff off the streets and reselling it. So I'm just going to buy everything I can get my hands on and whitewash it. Then of course, I'll sell the whitewash painting for $1 million. I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid.
So yes, he did in fact buy it just to make a stand and plan to whitewash it for his friend, Banksy. Again, I reiterate, street art should not be bought and sold. So moving on to the VV drop. This drop is another take on some physical pieces already made from Ron. The new figure features English take on the iconic tycoon character from the classic real estate board game Monopoly. Mogul Grin dons a classic top hat, tuxedo, monocle, and of course a signature skeletal smile. And I should also tell you these toys cost around $400 each, if not more. They also come in 3 variations for each character. Each character has one with white teeth, silver teeth, gold teeth. As of yet, I've yet to find a physical one for the green version with the green teeth. That being said, let's get into the drop details. The first 3 Mogul Grins drop Friday the 29th of September, 8 AM PT, which of course is 4 PM UK time. This of course is blind box waitlist format, and the list price for this collectible is going to be 30 gems. And normally this does say the first edition for public sale is 41. But in this case, it doesn't have that listed. Mogul Grin Black Tie is your rare, and this will be mint in 1444 edition. Mogul Grin Greed Green is the ultra rare variety. This will be mint in 1,111 editions. And this is the one I can't actually match to a physical toy yet. Last but not least is the Mogul Grin Gold Skull, which will be the secret rare. This one will be mint in 666 editions. A total of 90 will be withheld by veve and the licensors. Like most artists' works, there is only a 2.5% selling fee on the market. So the key point right at the start, this is the first of 3 of a larger collection. So there's definitely more to come. And as I said, each version I did find, there was actually 3 of each of that version. I also spotted a red version along the way, so that could be a later series or a sneaky airdrop to come. Now I'm going to play these vids in full and then I'll give you my overall opinion.
Cash, 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 gimme, gimme. Cash, 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 gimme, gimme.
song is definitely a Ron English song, by the way. Disappointed we didn't get this song on the board, must admit. The board looked killer. Could have had a lot of fun with that. As you can tell in the video, we actually had a Monopoly board with bits and also music. However, on the drop article, none of these are interactive or show sound or a board. Now, with the physicals, they also had poker chips behind the actual picture. Although they were in the picture, they wasn't actually included on the item. It was literally just a promotional image. And for the veve drop advertisement, we seem to have a Monopoly board that's no longer there. So the thing is, in this picture, it clearly shows the Monopoly board. So there's definitely a Monopoly board made in real life for the physicals. Now, I do believe if you show something in a veve drop hype vid, the drop itself should definitely include this. Even I try to not add effects to the drop image or the videos when I'm making videos myself, when I'm displaying the item you're about to buy. The buyer should only see what they're getting. So where is the music? Where is the board? My only hope is it's a possible airdrop to come. And that's either with the character with the board or just the board itself. And we do know on Ron's last drop, he actually did an airdrop. So I was really excited when I first see the first video. But now the article doesn't actually match the video. I believe that's a big disappointment to see the first video and then see what we're actually getting after. It kind of feels like it was built up to be disappointment. Now, I was going to go for the drop, but I'm really unsure now, I must admit. That being said, Ron is a very, very big name. It does actually say you'll need one of these to get in the New York Comic Con veve after party. It's great to see veve starting to add utility. If people have traveled all the way to see you at your event, paid money to get there, paid money to stay there, I feel it's a bit wrong to ask them to buy a collectible just to get in the after party event myself. People travel a long way. Not only that, if you can't get to New York, the utility is pretty useless. Now, overall, the collectibles are really nice. My favorite would actually be the black. So let me know your thoughts. Do you feel a bit misled by the first video? Do you feel a bit disappointed that the drop doesn't actually include any music or sound or the board? Because I'm honestly a bit baffled by that advertisement and that release. So anyway, I've been your host, Bob Sales. This time next year, we will be millionaires. A peace.
Well, if I can just get my $3 million back.
No refunds.
But he just said the show was a sham.
Oh, it is. And I'm just a guy sitting at a table. The only thing that's real is a sign that says no refunds.
I've got to be honest, that is my favorite bit about making the videos. So let me just get that off. Let me just share the actual right screen now. Hello, everyone in the chat. Sorry about that. I was just playing that video because I don't actually have one for today. Let me just pull the Black Panther up. If you haven't, you need to join the wait list. So go and do that. Apologies about that. I should have muted my mic. So where are we? So TO420. That sounds like veve talking to the customers. I mean, they've been pumping the drops this week, I must admit. Everyone's asking for less drops and they've been pumping them. And some of these have been really good drops this week. I would love to see have a physical of this. So the $400 for a physical. And by looks of it, you can only get them from Japan. You can get them on StockX. I don't know whether you have that site or not, but you can get them there. And the only one I can't seem to find is the green one with a green mouth. I can't find that one anywhere. Now, I found a red one. I found loads of other different ones. So there are other options. And obviously they have the Monopoly board, right? So I'm hoping, obviously that don't come with every physical toy, but the fact that there is one is hope that we could see an airdrop of one. Maybe the airdrop won't be the collectible. Maybe it'd be a board. But obviously don't buy stuff on speculation. That's the dumbest thing ever, right? Got my Batman comic on DC, in the queue for Black Panther, buying them at Fine and Dragon in the aftermarket. I haven't actually bought anything on DC for a while because I've been seeing the way they've been going. I didn't even go for the Batman comic, I don't think. I can't remember. Yeah, actually, I think I did go in there, but I didn't really try like I normally do, I must admit. So I didn't land anything. The shirt is fire. I'm actually trying to make some Bob Sales ones. But people that print them are being a bit of a pain to get them printed because you can't just print them because it's not just material. I've actually got a couple of these now. I've got a Joker one as well. So I'm definitely going to do that. So let's see what else. Good, but Funko's holding my dollar. Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely buying one of them Funkos. I have a trip planned in London with Metaverse Life, and I actually think I may buy 2 of them Funkos instead of go on the trip. I know that sounds absolutely selfish, but I think them items are one-off. I don't think you'll see them again for VV. I mean, if they sell out, maybe they'll do it again, right? But I like them and the price point as well. So I collect Funkos a lot. And I actually know you can buy stuff on there. You can buy Funko bags, like backpacks, for instance, and they're $150. That's without the free NFT, right? So if you got the free NFT, worst case, it's worth $50. You know, it's $100 an item. Hey, sleeping, you're right, mate. I don't normally do these sort of things, I must admit. So I'm just filling in for BE at the minute because BE is not really here. And I'm kind of missing the drop streams. There's no one really streaming. So I thought, well, if no one's going to stream, I'm going to do it myself. You're welcome to come in here if you want. I can send you a link. Sorry, I've got a roasting bad throat today. I need that shirt by Hulk one. You can actually buy these shirts for pretty cheap, I must admit. And one of the places you can find them is Alibaba, which is the one that's linked to Veve right now. All right. So you can actually get them off there. And I think they ship all over the world, although their site is a bit weird and the way it loads up is not perfect, I must admit. So we've got 17 minutes waiting for this drop. I don't know whether any of you have seen the worth of this comic because I've been pumping the collectible videos this week. So I'm not even sure how much this is worth, if it's worth anything. Let me take a look at the drop page. Might give me a clue. It looks like a new comic, right? So it's 2005. So this comic's probably not going to be the most valuable. They actually look like Nicolette Balderi covers. I'm not 100% sure on that. I can't even click it because the site's not working like usual. But yeah, they look kind of nice actually. Working but watching the stream. Well, thank you for tuning in. I know I'm like the biggest amateur at these things. My drop videos are so much better than my actual streaming, I must admit. I like to know what I'm going to say and I have all the research done. I've kind of got like old rhubarb along the line somewhere. I don't know where that happens. So thank you for doing this, bro. We need streams. It's part of the fun. Yeah, I must admit, since Vault's been gone, it's not been the same. It's been hard without Vault, I must admit. Vault's got a full-time job now, so yeah, it's been weird without him. And then recently I joined Informant because obviously he started covering for Vault because Vault weren't doing the streams anymore. Then I bonded with Mo and BE, so obviously they've been a good laugh. So I've been doing them mainly over there. I actually did one with Vault the other day though, and that was like one of my proudest moments ever. Like I've always like from day one, the first stream you ever watch, right, is a VV Vault stream because at the time he's just showing you the tips. That's when you first get into VV. At the time you needed all the tips you could get. So yeah, that was a proud moment right there. I like the ultra rare. Let me have a look at the covers again. Yeah, the ultra rare is nice. I still don't like the same covers, but one black, one white. I really don't like that. I must admit, that's my pet peeve in VV. I would like 5 different covers if possible. I'm not sure why we get the colorist ones. I know there's a couple of people that do like them, but yeah, that's definitely not me. I don't stream because I don't really know what to say. Well, I must admit, I'm the worst person and the most awkwardest person in real life ever. So I never know what to say. I'm just kind of winging it. And as I say, I've done about 3 live streams in my life. And the ones I have done recently have all been on other channels. So I'm kind of just winging it, I must admit. But thank you. I would watch you sleeping. See, everyone would watch you, especially the drops, right? Because you know quite a lot about comics and stuff like that. So you could actually give your expertise on the comics. I do apologize. My throat is the worst it's ever been. But yeah, I agree, Kryptoni. I would definitely watch that. And I don't know if you see the first part of that Frank video, but it did mention a couple of people you like in there. Chris Brown was in there. Because not Frank, Ron, sorry. I keep doing that. I got Frank on the mind since I've done that Ron video. Because before I made the Ron video, I weren't actually going to make it because I'd already done 3-4 videos a couple of days before that, and they take a long while to edit. So I really wasn't going to do it. And then I fought back to Frank, and I never covered Frank before he died. And then I covered Frank when he died, pretty much. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not going to make that mistake. So I'm going to fit it in. It wasn't the best edit in the world, I must admit, but I had to fit it in for that reason. And he's a big, big artist, I must admit. It was like Frank. I never knew how big Frank was until I done the research video. And then I found out how big Frank was, worked with the Foo Fighters, stuff like that. Like, he was a big, big player back in the day. Tara, you're doing great. Thank you. I'm still nervous as anything. I hate doing these things. But if there's no one on, I'm going to do it, right? I don't know whether Mo will be joining at any point. I did actually send him a link, but I've not heard anything from him yet. In fact, I've got about 100 messages, so I wonder if one of them's him. Not by looks of it. So does anyone know how much this comic's actually worth in the real world? I know you shouldn't really base these things off that, but it does give you an idea of what other people are going to do, because a lot of people do just base it off that, right? If I buy a comic, I normally buy it for the cover art. That's normally my point of purchase. But I do tend to go for the drops as well, because it's a cheap buy-in and it's always worth the risk normally. But if you get anything under the rare, you're probably losing gems right now. And that's normally on every single drop, no matter what the value of the comic is recently. I do believe the comics will pick up when we get to a Veveverse. But if you can import whatever picture you like into the Veveverse, that may be a problem. So I'm hoping there will be some what's the word? I'm hoping there's will be some limitations, should we say? Because one of the other things, so we have that thing in VV, right, where a lot of people say I'm a collector, just as a backhand comment sort of thing, trying to imply they're a bit better than you because they're a collector, right? That is used like that in VV a lot. And I've completely lost track of what I was going to say then. 1 second. Yeah, I completely lost track of what I was going to say then, so I do apologize. There was a point to that, and I've completely lost my point. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. But either way, this comic's probably not worth a lot. It's from 2005. It's a Civil War comic. They're not normally worth a lot, I must admit. But a lot of people do fan over these covers. Yes, it was Nicolette Balderi. I hate saying people's names, I must admit. So most people would say Nicolette. Yes. Yes, that's probably how you pronounce it, right? So there's 10 minutes left. Let's have a look. Good morning, Bruns. Good to see you, mate. Hello, superstars. You right? It's good to see you. Yes, and my name is Ashley, just in case you're wondering what he's talking about there. How did your basement research go today? What does YTD mean, superstars? I'm not good on all this slang, I must admit. I'm old. I'm going grey, look, can't you tell? I'm receding and everything recently. It's not good. I need to pull that hat out of somewhere, because I need to cover my hair up. Look at the receding. Getting old. Ah, yesterday. That makes sense. So what was you researching yesterday then? I'm curious now. You need a superstar hat to cover the grey. I'm going to have to order another one at this rate, because mine is on a vanishing, and I've got a funny feeling my ex-missus might have burnt it. Or I've left it at a house, so yeah. Yesterday. Yes. Lol. So yeah, we're just waiting for this drop. Are any of you lot going to go for this drop, just out of interest? I would do it. I would put the question in there, but I'm not sure how to do that. I must admit. And I have actually arranged a setup today. Do you like my setup? It looks a bit better than yesterday's, right? So at least Mo will be happy when he sees that, if he sees that. Yes, many people in VV say they're a collector, but in actual fact, they're flippers. I tend to do both, I must admit. That's definitely the way to go. Do both. 1 second. Let me just share this link out. Sleeping hasn't asked for a link. I've asked Sleeping if he wants to come in, but he said he don't like live streaming. I don't know why, because he actually comes across as the most confident person in the world. Pass. Is that pass on this comic, I take it? Yeah, it's probably not much value. That's probably why there's not a lot of people in here again. But then not a lot of people know I do these sort of things. And I don't tend to plan to keep doing these sort of things. I can't wait to get BE back in here, I must admit. How many minutes we got left? Got 8 minutes left. To be honest, I really need to do the close-up of the Funko collection because that is so overdue. I did do a short recently that kind of had some of them in there, but it's not an overall collection. There is a lot up there, and considering we just got the announcement of the Funko, I may do it as part of that or try and rig it in there somewhere to do the cover the Funko thing and then do a bit about my Funkos. I mean, I could always do that live, right? I mean, they're all stacked up over there, though. That's the only thing. I've got so many Funkos from Sid Wilson, from Slipknot to John Cena. Why I've got a John Cena one, I don't know, but I probably found it somewhere cheap. So that's what I tend to do. If I find something for the right price, even if I don't like the program, I'm still going to buy it, right? I've got Buffy the Vampire. Do you like have that anywhere? I'm not sure if you like have that, right? Saying that they're all Americans, so you probably do have that somewhere. Got Pennywise up there. I mean, I think my most expensive one, and it's a normal size, is probably about $80 to you guys, which I think is one of my jokers. And then the Kiss ones are not the cheapest neither. I think the Kiss ones are about 35 to 40 each, and they're normal size. And I've got Star Wars. I've got the Reva. I've got a couple of Disney. I've only ever brought Disney princesses to match to my VV stuff. Why would I need VV? Why would I need Disney princesses as pop toys, right? But I now own probably 10 of them. I mean, if you count the Frozen ones, which I've never watched Frozen in my life, by the way, I must have 8 Frozen ones. So 4 are Elsa's. So yeah, sorry, I'm getting carried away there. That would be a great video to hear how you got them, why, etc. Yeah, it would be a great video, but I've got to be honest, I've picked so many up from so many different places. I couldn't tell you. Half of them have been presents and stuff, and I couldn't tell you who brought which one, where I got them from. I know where I brought some of them from, but not all of them. There's a lot there what I've got to be honest, until I looked up there, I didn't even know I had. I've actually got doubles up there as well. I've got 2 silks, which are the Decon specials. I maybe give one of them away or something because I don't know why I need 2. So yeah, what's the drop on anyway? 5 minutes. So I haven't missed nothing yet. But I've even got like Harry Potter ones up there. Special advent calendar. That was about 50, 60 quid at Christmas. Good morning, Bob Sales. Any important mints for this one? I have no clue. I literally jumped on because there wasn't anyone else on. Obviously, 2005 would be a good one because that was when it was released. But other than that, I really wouldn't know. The Black Panther films, I'm not sure when they were. Let me just have a look. That's probably the best bet. And I actually like the Black Panther films, I must admit. So Black Panther original was 2018. So you're looking for 2015, 2018, probably 420 and some random mints in there like that too. And by the way, you're absolutely huge. I am disappointed about tomorrow's wrong in English drop. No Monopoly board. I don't know if I'll go for it now. I am in no need to go to the VV after party. Yeah, well, that's the thing. The utility is a bit useless, right? If you're not going to the VV after party, what's the point of it? And the other thing is, if you're already going to the VVR, if you're already going to the New York Comic Con, mainly to see VV, which I know a couple of people have done, I don't think you should need a token to get in the door. I don't think you should have. They should be happy that you're there. They should welcome you in with open arms, right? That's my view on that. And I am disappointed without the board. That is really disappointing, I must admit. I was really happy to see that, and I probably expected that one to be the rare. So I was sitting there thinking, yep, I'm going to go for that 100,000,000%. And then they done that. And it was kind of like false advertising to a point. But then when you look at the physicals, they've also got poker chips behind them. So, and you don't get poker chips with them, right? Let me just get a drink. Don't care what platform drops cause, but I'm selling my pinky finger to get one. Yeah, I would actually buy one of them. I know exactly what you mean. They're actually really nice. There's loads of art like that. That's really nice. Still haven't got no Mumbot stuff. We've got one, but it's a one of one. Hello, mate. You all right, Arno? It's good to see you, mate. So, for me, I like to always say, buy what you see. Buy the here and the now. Don't buy the speculation. But on this occasion, I think Ron's done about 4 drops in VV, and they all have airdrops. Every single one of them. So, and it's always to buy the set, right? The last one, I didn't buy the set. I have 3 of them items, and I have all the secret rares as well. So I should have just bought the set, but I didn't because I wasn't that bothered. I kind of like the McDonald's ones more, so that's why I brought them. But yeah, I do think there will be an airdrop, but whether or not it's going to be a different character, because I know, like it shows in that video, there is a red one. There is a couple of other ones. There's 3 varieties of each color suit, by the way. So the black suit's got one with white teeth, one with silver teeth, one with gold teeth, and each of them have got that. So there's probably about, I don't know, there's probably 9 or 10 at least. And that was the ones what I see published. So, but I think if they airdrop anything, it should be that Monopoly board, and it should be able to slide under any characters. Without a character, I think they should just drop the board itself. But who knows? Who knows? I would like the board, I must admit. Without the board, it was a bit disappointing. And it was also a bit disappointing without the music. The music was kind of funny. That was going to be quite memey. So, yeah. And I think that's Ron's band, by the way. Yeah, there is definitely a possibility. There's definitely a possibility for an airdrop. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, there's definitely a possibility for an airdrop because Ron has done that before. And there's 1 minute left to the drop, by the way. Hello, my friend. You're right. I'm going to reach out to you because I am going to buy a couple of Funkos. I've just got to find out if it's English or not, because I did actually find them on the English site yesterday, but then I worked out that it was on dollars, so it obviously wasn't the English one, so I'm not 100% sure if I can get that. I'm minting in the Monopoly drop. Love the artwork on those. Must have for the VV-verse. Yeah, I like them, I must admit. I would actually prefer the real one, though. If we got a real one, that would be absolutely killer. But I think they missed a beat without dropping that board. And to put it in the advert and then not actually have it was a bit disappointing. Well, let me just hit this drop. It's just speaking to Kryptoni. Where's the black band? I am going to hit this drop. What's the point of doing a live stream if you're not going to hit the drop, right? I did unmute me, you know. Good luck, everyone. Of course, you can buy it this time round because no one's buying it. I am going to have a go. Oh, 2323. So that's actually a pretty cool mint number, right? I'm not sure if that's worth anything or whether it's worth any premium. Let's see. Oh, no comic yet. Let's see what we got. Come on, baby girl. Show me a secret rare for a change. You know you love me. I actually got a secret rare the other day. I was actually amazed. And I actually managed to sell it for 140 before it went down. First time ever. Although I haven't looked back at it since. And considering I've sold it, it'll probably go down now. So I can't see what comic I've got yet because it really does. Oh, here it is. Ah, it's a common. It would be a common, but again, the mint number 2323. It's not bad, right? So I can't go for that again. And I won't go for that again because it's probably stupid, right? But 2323, not bad. Get another drink. Yes, I love running English. Definitely picking it up in the aftermarket for much lower price. Tired of getting burnt. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I'm getting tired of getting burnt, even on the collectibles recently, like Pink Panther and stuff like that. Straight away burnt. Good morning, fam. Good morning, Rewind. I'll try to gamble for the secret rare, but if I don't get it, I'll just go to the aftermarket, complete the set. Yeah. Is that for this one or the Monopoly one? Again, I'm so sorry. I've got such a bad throat. Good morning, Bob. I haven't got any private chats in here, right? I did send some links out, but I didn't get any. 1 second. Good morning, Bob. Hope you're doing well. Skipping the drop, but here to support you. Thank you very much. And we have got a link up eventually. We've got to do that in the next week or two, I would say. And I've actually got Michael Camper coming on next week. So if you want to join that chat, you're more than welcome to. Because obviously Michael Camper was the same, right? So he missed the birthday stream, not because I didn't send him a link, because I think I did, but he had things going on, right? So he was actually supposed to come on Friday, but he's actually cancelled. So we'll probably be next week, Friday or Saturday. So if you do want to come on for that, let me know and we'll arrange that, because I'm going to do that with a couple of people. I don't just want to have just me and him, because I don't want to do a one-on-one interview. It gets a bit tense, gets a bit panicky for me. I'd rather have it like a mate stream. I'll have Mo Nose on there, I'll have BE on there. So hopefully that'll be a good stream. Maybe duck and cover if he wakes up. Oh, I do need to message him today, actually, because he was supposed to come on Friday and I'm not even told him that I've cancelled yet. But yeah, good morning, Cap. Good to see you. And that is supposed to be Captain Obvious, right? Keep calling you Cap and you're female. Kryptoni needs to get a vid of Chris Brown throwing hands at the camera for our intro. In fact, if you haven't watched the video I done earlier about Ron English, go back and watch that Superstars, because it's actually got Chris Brown in there. You'd be surprised how everything links together. I must admit, the Banksy stuff and Ron buying the Banksy work to then, I mean, £650,000, $1,000, right? $650,000 he paid for that just to paint it white. But then he says it's not stupid. He's going to sell it for 1 million after. So whether or not he actually did that, I'd like to know. But that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Good morning, superstars. Shoot some stars their way, everyone. Throw some punches their way, everyone. Cap. I thought he was talking to me then. Casino, yeah, the evil monkeys, the golden ones with a redeem code for the VV gold. Yeah, I'm not sure how that worked. I must have missed that somewhere. What happened with them again? Either way, the airdrops, right? So, and it's like the serial killers. They've all had well, a lot of them have had airdrops. And I think the bunny was the bunny in airdrop for one of them as well. Sup, Bob and chat. Happy Grail Day. Well, I didn't get a Grail. Did you get a Grail? What did I miss? I did send you a link earlier, Mo, if you did want to come in. I know it's morning for you. I have no idea. What time is it for everyone else? Everyone put their times in the chat right now, because I'm curious. Because a lot of you, it's morning, right? But yeah, go and join Mo if you don't. Go and sub to his channel. Go and watch some PFL races with him. He's a great host, great member, great commentator for the horse races. Kryptoni's laughing at us all. Mo, change our horse's name to Juju. You actually should change the name to Juju. We might actually get some better luck. That horse is literally, upon hurting itself, it couldn't do any worse right now, right? But still, we're in it for the fun, right? Oh, I actually need to send you some money for that today. I forgot about that. I need to do that. Turned into the album. Oh, tuned into the album last night. Sorry, I can't read. I think I have like 4 or 5 songs on there. The single stayed. So what? You have songs on where? Chris Brown's album? Amazing work. So proud. See, a lot of you do a lot of big stuff in your lives, right? And no, not a lot of people share their stories too much. Yeah, I like Kryptoni. I must admit, I like the blunt people. Blunt and honest people are the best way to go. There's a saying from Ray Charles: scratch a lie, catch a thief." Right? Kind of works like that. You scratch at the lies, you catch a thief. Right? If you're honest and blunt, there's no thievery. There's no anything like that going, and you can trust that person. Right? Don't have to be literally just thieving. It's about if you can trust the person. That's what the saying is. I love Ray Charles, by the way. Tarbro, 11:50 a.m. So it's morning for you. 10 a.m. for you. So it's crazy morning for you lot. 11 a.m. So right now it's 4 p.m. for me. Wish we could. That's crazy morning for you. Next race is long distance. At least the races are cheap when they're 2 years old to test out. Yeah, I must admit, Volt was, I don't know whether you see Volt's tweet yesterday, but Volt was going on about the PFL again, saying about how much money he'd made in there. So maybe we'll try and get Volt back involved. Maybe he's still involved because he was actually saying that he'd made $400 in there in a couple of days or something. So maybe you know something about that. I don't know. Kryptoni song was #1 on Billboard. I was told if you hit it. Yeah, someone's needing Kryptoni. You're gonna have to explain this in here. So I have always followed your Twitter account, and yet somehow I've missed this. What happened? I'm gonna call him Juju Seal. I think we should change his name to Juju, right? If we change it to Juju, we might actually start winning some races. 8:07. Damn, man, that's early. That's early. So are you lot at work or are you just going to work? Well, depending what your jobs are like. I mean, Kryptoni's away singing away or producing music by sounds of it. Another superstar out there. We've got so many superstars out there, right? You've got so many people in the community that are such important people in the world, and you just don't know it. What the hell does that mean? Is that 5:07? Is that what it's supposed to mean? Is that Central Time? I think he's a producer and works for Chris Brown. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Crazy. I know he's always got his own thing with the NFTs and the hat and stuff like that. And he seems to be doing well in life. But I never knew that. I don't know how I've missed that because I've always followed him on Twitter as well. We've always spoke to each other. We've always spoke to each other on Twitter. See, my slurring's starting again. I hate that. I don't know why I do that. I've got a nervous slur sometimes. And I'm not even nervous anymore. It just bloody happens. Where are we? Yeah, that's why I'm doing the syndicate, not to make you rich, but show you guys going over there for awareness. Amen to that, brother. If you don't know about that, Mo's actually doing a syndicate. It's $25 a month, and it's basically it's his own horse, his and BE's horse, but they're basically going to split it up, divide it between the lot of you, and it's a tiny stake. The horses, to get into the horses, I think the cheapest horse on there is like $200-300, right? And if you want an actual good one that's actually going to win races, it's actually going to be higher price. And Mo knows all about that stuff. I've really got to take a bigger look into that project, but Mo's teaching us the ropes. So if you are interested in horse races, 3D horse races, that's definitely the way to go, right? And it's a good way of learning and having a bit of stake in the game. So when Mo starts talking about it, you don't just tune out. You're in the game. You're with him. You can celebrate all together, right? Juju's gonna have to be a horse name for one of the babies that I got. Yes, this is true. I think you should do that. I think you should call Juju one of the babies next month because I think that'll give the new horse good luck. Don't put it already on a jinxed horse. Again, oh, Central European time. I was about to say whatever that says. I thought you're doing a VV vibes. What I do to VV vibes. My typing. Gonna name my horse Foamer. That's actually a pretty good name, I must admit. There was some good ones on there the other night. Oh, what were the ones? Oh, what was the one? Oh, there was a wicked one on there, and I can't remember the name now. Oh, what was it? Something like you've made a bad move or so, oh, I can't remember. I wish I knew what it was. It was so funny at the time I see it, and I was absolutely pissing myself. Can't wait for Mo to give birth to the Juju. Mo's going to give birth in the graveyard. He's going to pop it out of his skin and, well, skinless bones, should we say? Hopefully, he's not the father. Mo, I missed it. We have a horse. If so, what's his name? The horse, I believe, is Informant, right? And no, I think it's Skin and Bones. Oh, what is it called? It's one of them two. It's something like that. I know Mo will tell you because he's in the chat. I don't know why he's not come on yet. He's just leaving me hanging over here. Oh, so it's only 25 for 1 month, not every month. We'll take each horse on month by month basis. Right. So that makes sense. Right. Thank you for clarifying. We need to streams at Live Superstar Money. We do. I did actually ask them, send them a link, and they ignored me because they always do. No, they don't really. They're lovely to me. I must admit them too. You can always reach out. Well, I can always reach out to them, even when I'm panicking or I've had a bad day or whatever. I can always reach out to them. They're always good laugh. Signed up, no email. Not sure what that's to. Is that to Mo, maybe? Mo, if that is true, get her in there because she's genuine pleasure to know. Live horse birth. Mo, are you taking notes? Mo, please don't show us a live birth horse. I must admit, I've never had a baby in my life, but if I had one, I'd be outside in the car park as far away as possible, right? I don't like blood, and yet I can watch UFC. I can get punched in the face, but if I see something popping out, I'm off. What's up, Kobe? You all right, mate? It's good to see you. Sorry for the randomness, I must admit. I was doing the drop stream. Drop's gone, and I actually got a common 2323 mint, I think. Oh, here's Kryptone. He's back. I wrote on the Chris Brown single that's out right now, Summer Too Hot, and we just cut the last song on him and tuned out the album. Right, so what you need to do is Bob's actually got a really good singing voice, so you need to put the word in, and I'll actually go and join the guy. That's what you need to do, right? You need to link old Bob up, and we'll start singing some Frank Sinatra together. No, I'm joking. My voice don't go like that. My voice is a bit Panic at the Disco-y, kind of that sort of scenario. I can cover a lot of Panic at the Disco, Ed Sheeran songs, stuff like that. And I'm joking, by the way. You don't actually have to say that because I will actually die if I did get that message one day, I must admit. And actually, that's why I included the art, because I remember you talking about that yesterday. And as soon as I see that Ron did art pieces for the album, I was just like, yep, that is going in the video 100%. Although my throat is absolutely dying right now. And that was probably because I was singing 2 days ago. So I'm actually trying to get that back to where it was. Yeah, listening, typing, cooking, not working. You're cooking. Nice. I'm actually starving, I must admit. Racing gets expensive after the first month, so most horses will be better off to sell if they're not halfway decent. Some horses also peak later on in life. Right. So basically, after the first month, you need to sell the horse because the fees go up. Is that what I'm hearing? That's the one, Mo. Drop Zone. How the hell did I forget that? That's such a cool name as well. Although we do need a Skin and Bones one. Where did we get a Corvette, Stingray, and Maserati from? Did I miss something? That could be horse names. That's actually pretty good. If that's horse names. Got the link, had to run up to get creamer for my coffee. But if you live when I get back, I'll jump on in a few. I'm probably not going to be in much longer because I'm actually starving and I'm actually cooking seaweed tonight. And that takes, the kale takes an hour to cut, I must admit. That's the hardest bit, and then it takes forever to cook. So I won't be on forever, I must admit. But if you do get back, I mean, why do you need cream for your coffee? What's going on? I'm one of these people where I only have normal coffee. I'm not a Starbucks person. You hear my accent come out then. That happened in the video the other day. My accent come out like that. My dad's from Middlesbrough, so he's got a bit of a thick accent, right? So sometimes you will hear an odd pronunciation that is a bit wrong. And sometimes it's just my slurriness on my lisp. No thanks. I need to look at your X account for information. Missed your last few live streams. I missed them too. I must admit, I've actually tried to sleep a little bit, even though that's probably 2 hours a night for me at the minute. I've been pumping the videos this week, and them videos are really worth a watch. I don't just say that about my videos. Like, I wouldn't tell you that if they were crap. Like, they actually are worth a watch. And some of the ones I've done a while ago, like, a lot of the ones have all the histories before it. So there's 8 minutes history, stuff like that. They're really good histories. You can always go back and watch them parts of the videos, right? Not a lot of people do, but you can, and they're really good. Like Lion King, Aladdin, Stan Lee. Like, there's been so many amazing histories so far. Chucky, Howard the Duck. I think that was around when it started, so they're probably edited a bit rougher. But yeah. Again, absolutely bad throat. Yo, Mohammed. Good to see you, my friend. Maserati SUV. Bob Stream all that. Don't start typing again. Don't start typing again. I think you lot need to come on my channel for a change. When can I interview Superstar Money? Because Rob actually made a mistake last time, right? He actually was like, yeah. He was like, we come on each other's channels. You've never been on my channel yet. I don't expect you to neither, because obviously your channel's a lot bigger. It's better for me in the long run, but that's not what it's about. It's about talking to the people, right? That's why I always come on the channel, because I like talking. It's not. And then when you ask me about what I'm going to do in my channel and that, I'm just like, mate, I have no clue, because I was not prepared for the question, because I'm literally here to jam with you for the night, right? That's the way I think of the streams anyway. It's just good laugh. If you're starving, might I suggest more than seaweed? Yeah, I'm probably going to have more than seaweed. I've got to admit, I haven't decided what yet. I'm actually sent my nephew out shopping. He hasn't come back yet, so he hasn't actually started the shopping. But yeah, I do definitely need more than that. 1 second, I'll just check my messages. Click the link to see. 1 second. Let me click this link. 1 second. Superstar's rugging me over here. Let me see what he's put in there. I can't. I'm at work. So we will share that. 1 second. Let me show. Where is it? There we go. Sleeping's got the hat. Sleeping is rocking the beautiful pink colors. Now maybe his wife will kill him instead. But yeah, absolutely amazing there, dude. Looking great in the basement. Bob's in the attic right now. You're in the basement. Absolutely beautiful hat. See if I put myself middle, shall we? That does look a lot better, right? I'm actually surprised that I managed to do it that well. And Mo, you've not even complimented me on my stream yet, I must admit. My background and stuff, I made it in about 10 minutes, I must admit. But it's better than it was, right? It only took like a year of using StreamYard to work out that option was actually there, though. Thank you for that. If you're starving, yeah, I am. Yeah, I've answered that, and I stream you cutting seaweed, mate. I'm not gonna lie, Kobe the other week was streaming himself eating blueberries. I have no idea why. I don't know whether it was a YouTube check to see whether there was people watching. So they said, "What are you doing?" Or whether it was a TikTok thing or something. But the other day he was eating blueberries and I was watching him eating blueberries and I'm like, what is going on? I also know a UFC fighter that sat there eating an apple one day and the girls loved it, right? I ain't got the teeth for that. You don't want to see my teeth. You don't want to see me eating an apple, right? But yeah, too many fizzy drinks for old Bob. It's also given me a gut. And because of the videos, I haven't been to MMA for about a month now. And my gut is really starting to show. I'm getting really skinny, I must admit. Look, my arms are really skinny. And yes, I do have the veve logo tattooed there. But look, I've got no muscle whatsoever at the minute. Too much time wasting it making videos. But I've got to do it, right? Got to keep going. Got to keep going. And yes, I do have fug and life written on my arms. I had a rough life. I didn't have a rough life growing up. I can't say that. But I grew up a hooligan, I must admit. Not in the natural sense. I was just a bit of a fug. Iced coffee with whole milk. What is going on with the funky coffees, guy? So I'm literally a normal coffee guy or black coffee guy. I go to Starbucks and stuff like that. And they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, I want a normal coffee. And they just look at you blank face like, mate, you're in the wrong place. And it's like £5 a coffee. I use Cold Stone sweet cream. Cuts down on my sugar usage. Tastes good. So good. Tastes so good. I'll actually be able to speak in a minute. Let me get another drink. I've really got to see someone about that. Maybe I've had a heart attack and I don't know, right? Because I keep slurring my words recently and I'm not even pissed. So it's not that. So I use Cold Stone sweet cream. So Mo, I'm English, mate. I have no idea what that is. Cuts down on my sugar usage and tastes good. Again, I can't say usage. Oh, I managed to say it that time. Lisp. Lisp is absolutely nightmare. Mo stream, you're going to get the creamer. Mo, go and stream yourself getting the creamer and I'll put it on the screen. Superstars want to see you cream. Need a skeleton in the car scene. We do. We actually need a skeleton in the Bob Sales Only Fools on Horses yellow van. I would like to see that. I would somehow like, maybe that's what you need to, maybe I need to get you to do me a favor, Mo. Maybe I need to get you to make me a little animation of Bob's head bobbing out the Only Fools van and have it mine, right? The yellow van, what I told you to use last time. Maybe that's what I need to do. Although you might want to design it a little bit better because I know you don't like the way it's lined up and stuff like that. You're a bit OCD about stuff like that. But you are great at what you do, so I can't lie. In real life shopping stream soon. In fact, I could do a couple of them. It'd be cool to stream car boot sale, right? And like I've always collected toys my whole life. I brought a lot of toys from boot sales. Only thing is, you buy pop toys from boot sales, you always think they're not open, and then you start looking, and then you can see they're a little bit been teared or the top's popping off a little bit. So don't, unless you get them cheap, it's not worth buying, right? I mean, I have a mixed bunch. Some of them are open, some of them are not. I must admit, I brought them from all over the place. My chat's gone. That's the first time that's ever happened. I didn't know that could happen. I bought a GoPro to stream my power washing jobs, but never set it up. Yeah, you'd actually be surprised how many likes and views you could get on shorts with a power washer. I actually have a channel that does power wash people's drives for free, and he actually goes to the house, and you can see by just looking at him, like they're all just like, yeah, he's not going to do it for free. He's probably going to charge me after he's done the job, right? But he don't. He actually does it for free, does it for likes, does it for views. FPV, again, superstars. I have no idea what that means. With the skeleton hands waving around in the grocery stores. Oh, is that profile picture? Sorry. Again, I'm old. Bob's old. I'm going grey. You think the haunted... Well, it will at the minute. That's the thing, right? So only 400 people bought that when I last looked. It's probably 500 today. And because of the collectibles themselves, I don't think many more are going to get brought, I must admit. veve dropped the ball on that. So I spent all that time making the video before the drop, right? When I see what actually happened, I was not very happy. Let me just burp. So yeah, when I actually see the collectibles themselves, I was not very happy. I tried my hardest to cover. That's the thing, without knowing what's coming, it's hard to make videos on, which I keep trying to tell Veve this. Like, I need 5 days. I think 5 days polite. If you give us 5 days, and that's not even to make videos, I think 5 days to drop the whole article, not just the little teaser. I think the whole article should give us 5 days to read over it properly, take it all in, and then I'll have at least 2 days to make the best video I can make, right? I don't have to rush it. The Ron English one today was a little bit rushed. You can see that in the edit. It's not as clean as normal. Although that's a great video, it's still a good video, but the edit's not as clean as I would have liked it. I normally do it a lot better. I normally do it a lot cleaner, use a lot less of Veve's clips. But again, I was trying to show the whole animation and the difference between that. But again, I like to put more GIFs in there and stuff. Keep the retention, keep people watching, right? I like to do it nicely now. Now I can do it like that. I like to keep it that way. So it does hurt me when they release drops with 2 days notice and I've just spent 10 hours doing the haunted house one. Now I've got to cover Ron. I haven't got to cover it, but I tend to cover drops what I think I can add to normally. That's normally my style. If I don't think I can add to it, I don't know anything about it, I don't normally cover it. But sometimes I do it just because I don't know anything about it and I'd like the dig. It used to be old Rhubarb, but old Rhubarb don't really do it no more. And then even the Veve videos he does, I don't think they're as in depth as they used to be, right? So I'm not sure if that's a Veve thing or not, but I like being able to do the videos I do, and I like to have the joke at the end. That's obviously the best part of my video, my day. So I do think it's going to have a low edition. I do think it's probably going to start selling for 15 gems when it drops. But when that gets into the Veveverse, that would make a good theme, a good backing scene. So my plan is, right, a lot of people are saying you can import whatever you like in their background scenes from Canvas, stuff like that. So I plan to have a Veveverse that is only Veve items, only NFTs in there. I don't plan to import anything in there that's not an NFT, not a Veve item. That was the point I was making about the collector thing earlier, by the way. That was exactly the point I was making. So the way people say it, I'm a collector, you're a flipper, all this sort of stuff. I think when we get to the Veveverse, that's going to be that type of term, right? You're going to go into someone's vault, and if they've got stuff that's not NFTs, not Veve stuff, you're going to frown upon that person and be like, well, my vault's better than yours because I've got only used NFTs, right? I've used all the imagination with the NFTs, right? Unless it's the Veve items, I know you can get cylinders and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my plan anyway. And I do think that poster will be one of the good themes to have in the background because the posters look really good for that. I've actually brought one Star Wars poster for that, the one with the Star Wars and the big Death Star, wherever it is. That one up there. Can you see that? Yeah, because I don't want to trash everything because everything's falling on my head the other week because I've got stuff everywhere. So moving on. But yeah, I do think it'll be low edition. I do think it'll be 15 gems though. Within the first hour, it'll be 15 gems. But again, that could get brought up. That's one of the better posters in the app. Predator posters, Alien posters, and that. I mean, the Predator and Alien posters didn't sell out. So not many people are interested in the posters. And again, if you can import whatever you like in there, will the posters be any good? Will the comic books be any good for the wall displays? If I can import a picture of a real copy of AF-15 from eBay or something with a patina and stuff like that, I might just do that, right? We need Lambo truck next. Have you seen the Jeremy Clarkson farm program on Amazon? I'm not sure where you live, but if you have, that's pretty funny. And he actually brought a Lamborghini tractor. I did actually put it in one of my videos, one of the Lambo videos. That was actually in there because obviously Lamborghini first started making tractors, right? Same as Ferrari was making tractors. Not a lot of people know that, but they actually make some of the best tractors. And again, they make engines for planes and all sorts, kind of like Rolls-Royce do. Set it up, fam. I'll interview you on your channel. You know what? That actually sounds... I quite like the idea of that because when you're interviewing people when you're on live streams and stuff like that, I've never had like an in-depth like interview people have interviewed me. If that I'm trying to interview the other people, right, or trying to just let everyone talk, or we're talking about the stuff that's going on. It's not actually about what's your life like, what do you do for work, like what rough idea do you do for work, what do you collect, what's your favorite item, what's your favorite NFT, like stuff like that, favorite music, even stuff like that. Don't always have to be veve stuff. Once again, keep typing so Bob can't leave. So I am still here. Yeah, I must admit, my nephew's not come back yet. I've been waiting for him to charge in that door. So as soon as he does, I'm probably going to leave you then, because I hate live streaming when he's here, the poor git. And obviously, I should make a bit of time for him. He's my nephew. No, I'm asking, if you had a choice, would you get a new Corvette on a Maserati truck? Asking for a friend. So for me, I would probably get the truck. I'm not going to lie to you. Do you watch Time Team? So I have watched Time Team, but it's not. So the Tony, what's his name? Tony Robinson? Not Tony Robinson. It might be Toby. I think it's Tony something, right? The producer. He's a bit boring. Used to be in Maid Marian when I was a kid. Actually, one of the kids' programs. He was really good in that. But yeah, he's a bit boring for me. But I like all them sort of things. So 90% of the stuff I watch on veve, if on TV, veve, same thing, right? So most of the stuff I watch on TV are documentaries. So I would normally go for gold programs, anything on Discovery I'll watch. Gold programs, anything on Titanic, DB Cooper, like conspiracy theories, or the Alcatraz escapees, stuff like that. Any of that sort of stuff. I like all that sort of stuff. I like aliens. There's definitely aliens, 100%. If you don't believe in aliens, you're an idiot at this point. And if you don't believe in aliens, let me put it to you this way, right? So there is planets, what we have found, that have water on, right? There's even some planets have found that's full of water, right? Well, we know on planet Earth, fish can live in the most extreme depths, the most extreme heat. They can live everywhere, right? Mariana Trench, for instance, there's like streams down the bottom. It's like literally looks like a river going flowing down the bottom of it, right? So yeah. So I watch all that sort of stuff. And I actually lost my point there. What was I saying again? I've done it again. I sidetracked myself and I lost my point. Oh yeah, that was what I was saying. Aliens, right? That was what I was saying, Bob. Yeah. So that was what I was saying. So yeah, if there's fish everywhere on Earth, there's definitely fish on other planets. Definitely water on other planets. It's from another planet. That is technically an alien. That's a whole argument smashed. You can't tell me there's no aliens because it's from a different planet. That is an alien. I do believe there's little green men walking about. They're actually grey, but I do believe stuff like that too. I've actually looked into a lot of Project Blue Book and stuff like that. MK Ultra. I don't know whether you've seen all the mind testing stuff. And all Roswell definitely happened 100 million%, I must admit. And I don't know how I got onto this conversation from Time T, but I've gone way off. But yeah, anyway, I watch all them sort of programs, and I tend to watch Josh Gates a lot on Discovery. He does a lot of expeditions, and he does some really great expeditions as well. That guy's not afraid to get his hands dirty. He's an archaeologist, he's a scuba diver, and he's mainly like the show's, the front man, right? But yet, when they ask him to do a bit of digging, or they ask him to dig up some Egyptian stuff, anything Egypt I watch, like I love all the tombs and stuff like that. That is the one place in the world I am going to get to, and I do need to get to before I die. I really need to go. I know it's a bit of a weird country. I know there's a lot of weird people that come up to you, especially at the pyramids. You get 20 people come up to you. Do you want to buy a bracelet? Do you want to buy this? Do you want to take a picture with a monkey? Stuff like that. Don't know if you get monkeys there, but take a picture with my camel. Do you want a camel ride? So yeah, that's the only thing that's putting me off. But I've got to get there, right? So I don't know how I got into that from Time Team. But yeah, I watch all that sort of stuff. Egyptian digs. Even the fossil program where they dig up the dinosaurs. That's pretty cool as well. What is your favorite food? So my favorite food is not going to shock you here. Seaweed. That is actually my favorite food. Chinese seaweed and spare ribs, but dry spare ribs. I don't like saucy ribs. Dry spare ribs, right? That is probably my favorite food. And then lemon chicken. Anything Chinese is probably my favorite food. I like vindaloo. I like madras. But when I eat stuff like that, it has to be all separated in different pots and stuff because I'm a bit OCD about sauce and yeah. But yeah, that's my favorite food. Sorry, it's hard to tell on mobile, but yes, I see color now. Thank you very much. See, it looks better, right? It's kind of superstar money colors. I actually thought that when I uploaded it. I thought, damn, am I like encroaching on their territory? It'd be nice to have one of them over the other side, though, right? It would look really cool for them. For their live streams and that would actually look really cool. Oh, look, speaking of which, great background. Yep, I agree. In fact, while you're in here, where's my thing? There we go. That's a bit more superstar money colors, isn't it? Back there. Can't really see that too much there, but yeah. I was supposed to do that on the live stream and I absolutely forgot. I was going to change it for every person that come in, Cryptoys, everyone. I was going to change the colors. Oh, look, we're moving back again. I want blueberries now. I've never eaten a blueberry in my life and I'm probably never going to. Best dish, best fish and chips in Las Vegas. Gordon Ramsay's hands down. I must admit, I've never eaten at Gordon Ramsay. The guy looks like an absolute toss-up, but it's all for show. The guy in real life seems like an absolute genuine pleasure. He seems to be a good father. So yeah, I do actually really like Gordon Ramsay programs as well. That guy's an absolute crack, I must admit. But it's all for the shows, right? But again, if he didn't do all of that, didn't do the F word, stuff like that, he wouldn't be where he was now. But yeah, fish and chips for me, best fish and chips I've ever had is in Spain. Like I got this fish and chips, right? And like it's like this. Like in England, you get like fish, right? In Spain, it hangs over your plate. You have an oval plate and it hangs over both sides. And it's the cheapest thing ever. I lived off that. Every time I go to Spain, I live off that for 2 weeks every morning. My breakfast every morning. Don't change. Fish, no worries. Type in like Bob. Who wouldn't want to watch Bob pick blueberries? Oh no. No way. No, I wouldn't be able to do that, mate. So I can't stand. So I'm funny, right? So I can't have certain sauces. Don't really like anything red and stuff like that. I eat vindaloo, madras, but that's the only one I'm willing to eat that's red, sort of thing, right? It's hard to explain. I explained it before, but yeah. But blueberries, I could not pick them and have that all over my hands. I don't even like pen on my hands. So if I have pen on my hands, I have to go to the sink and I have to wash that shit off straight away. I don't know how this has turned into Bob's life here, but yeah, I really should go at some point. Kryptoni, the way people drive these days, you need to be higher up, Maserati. It's all the women that actually have bigger cars right now. Life in the UK is easy. What makes you say that? Life in the UK is not easy. Life in the UK is shit. So let me know why you think life in the UK is easy. I'll tell you what is easy I'll tell you one thing that is good. The best thing about the UK is the NHS by far, and the way we pay like the taxes. Not that it's good to pay taxes, right? But that is the best thing, because if I lived in America, you lot have to pay for all your bills, right? And I actually looked it up, and an ambulance fee is about 650 quid a time if you was to call an ambulance out and stuff like that. Is that actually like that in America, or do you have like a set insurance you can actually pay, like 25 quid a month or something that'll cover you just in case any of your family go down or not? Because that is it. That is probably the easiest bit about the UK. I'm not going to lie, that you can have that taken care of. If you, it's part of your wages, right? It comes straight out of your wages, stuff like that. And you know, you miss the money, but you don't miss it, right? I mean, if you're going to get a £600 bill, or if you got something really wrong with you, it's going to bill up quick. Creamy skeletons, oh my god. True, but drove away SUVs my whole life. My last car was a Range Rover. I live in LA. But yeah, good point. We don't want to see anyone cream on stream. This is very true. Skin and cream. Oh my god. How did that not come out of my mouth? Superstar money. No one could beat Time Team. See, I just don't like the main guy. I like all the things. I mean, I can watch metal detecting programs. I actually have a metal detectors too. I really need to go and do that at one point and all. I've used it like 5 times. I must admit, I haven't got anything I found in there from that metal detector though. But I have downstairs. I've got some ship pins. I've got a ship pin, right? It's about that size. I've got some bullets and a couple of other things. Never found no gold, nothing like that. Not that lucky in life.
Yes, definitely want to try that next time. I hear Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips is awesome. You lot are making me absolutely starving. It's fish and chips, right? I don't know how you can get it wrong. I really don't. But the takeaways around here, like you get soggy fish and chips. I like a crispy bit of fish, right? Cream and bones. Make your own fish, you lazy. Yeah, this is very true. Even I can make fish. I'm proud of that. I make my own seaweed now. I can't believe seaweed's kale. Can you believe that? And my top's actually beeping at me. I don't know what's going on with it. I think that's trying to tell me that the batteries are dying. Yes, it has batteries behind it. So I'll turn that off now so it stops beeping. Could any of you hear the beeping? Otherwise, I'll turn it back on and just let it die in peace. Bob, make a poll. Make a poll of what? Because I don't even know how to make a poll. How do I even do that? There is no option for me to make a poll in here. And now I've scrolled all the way up the comment section, so I probably lost where I was. Bob, make a poll. Where is that comment? So if you highlight something, it keeps you. That's how you tell, right? Fancy shirt. Thank you very much. I think my batteries are actually dying, so it's starting to squeak on me. But I am actually going to get some bobsales ones made. I found the technology. I found the stuff. I just haven't found the person to print the t-shirt. But I'm actually going to do that because I think they're quite fancy. They're a bit simple when you see behind it. It's literally a battery pack and it's not the most coolest thing in the world, but it looks cool on stream. It looks cool in the dark. Superstar Money and Super Needed in this space. Shout them out. You are the real. Yeah, I love Superstar Money. I always shout them out. They are some of the best people in the space. And I would literally trust them too with my bank card. All right, they're good friends. Screw Shorts. I was going to stream the whole job with the community. Me and my boy have a blast on the job. Go ahead. People will watch it, mate. Tweet it out. People will watch it. First person view. Oh, right. Okay. Profile picture. Not even close. See, I told you Bob's old, right? I make better fish and chips than anyone. So better send me some in the post. Be nice. Kryptoni, he gets us. Superstars, I get you, man. I'm like the third brother. Lived in LA for 10 years. Traffic sucks. Yeah, LA traffic does look like a nightmare. Salt and pepper, etc. 12 to 14 minutes. Great fish. Always seasoned stuff. That's a white person problem that a lot of white people don't do. My mum and dad, absolutely terrible, right? Obviously, I'm white, right? My mum and dad, absolutely terrible. Like they would dish up chicken for dinner. And when I mean she would dish up chicken, and it was like the most raw, soggiest. I used to call it soppy chicken, right? She'll whack it on your plate with a spatula, no draining, nothing. Like she'll make you roast potatoes in a pan of oil, like old school used to. Now we have air fryers, right? A bit more healthier. But yeah, she used to do it like that in a big pan, bless her. And then she'd never have the right spoon. She'd never be able to find the mesh thing. So she'd just whack it on your plate with a spatula. Next minute, you got an ounce of grease on your plate. And oh my God, like, I don't do that sort of stuff. So yeah, it put me off dinners for life pretty much. Super expensive. Some people do interesting things with fish. You can do some really good stuff with fish. I don't like the looks of sushi. I've never tried sushi. I'm never going to try sushi unless someone from Hawaii persuades me. But if I do try it, it will be in Hawaii with one of them guys, right? Did you try King's Head? That's not for me. Just buy frozen fish in a bag. There's nothing wrong with frozen fish in the bags whatsoever. If you need a quick fix, they're just as good, I must admit. As long as you crisp them up, they're just as good, right? But I do like to batter my own fish because I like to cook now and again. I must admit, I do actually like to cook. I pass in the air fry fish, but I can blacken some shit out. Yeah. I like my air fry fish, I must admit. I take it you do yours in a saucepan. But yeah, I like a lot of stuff cooked in an air fryer because I tend to have burnt food, right? If I have bacon, I have to have it burnt crispy. I can't have no pink bacon. If I get raw meat and it's got the blood coming out of it, well, it's not actually blood, it's actually preservative, by the way. So everyone that's like, yeah, I like my steak bloody, it's not actually blood, it's preservative. Like, check your facts, right? But yeah, I don't like nothing like that. Everything has to be burnt black. It's funny because when you go to the like burger stalls and stuff, He's like, yeah, can I have some bacon sandwich? Oh, by the way, can you burn it? And they just look at you and it's just like, yeah. You're not going to put a Skin and Bones logo in there. How dare you? I'm definitely going to put a Skin and Bones logo in there, but I'm so broke buying so many NFTs this month. I'm absolutely broke, I must admit. I've still got to send a couple of parcels out. They're probably going to be $40, $50 a parcel. And I am so broke this month. It's been a bad month for old Bob, I must admit. Right, it is easy. I love the fish and chips King's Head. Usually a line at the door. Where Brune? He was in here somewhere. Miss Arthur, 15 gems. Look at MetaQuest AR. Is that the new one? I've actually seen their AR before. Or do you mean the Apple Vision Pro? The Apple Vision Pro looks amazing, by the way. MetaQuest will have an impact. The only thing is, if they're not the right prices, it won't have an impact, right? Has to be priced the right range for mass adoption. But then when the newer sets come out, the older ones go cheaper, like the PlayStations do. That's your buying point. Rolls Royce is going electric soon. I have no comment on electric cars or gas cars. I have no interest in cars, I must be honest. This is a Batman car. It's not. I don't really watch. I only ever watched Top Gear for the entertainment, for doing the challenges, trying to make the cars turn into boats and stuff like that, I must admit. Something on the line is out the door. Really good. Won't be disappointing. Advance the old school art of teachers, treacherous even. There's plenty of life out there. There's definitely plenty of life out there. We have a great fish and chips place in Hilou. I knew Pat Maguire near Swinton Percy. Google them. I will do. Pat Maguire sounds. Where's my. Let me just Google that. If it comes up with a porn site, I may have to kill you. Oh, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I do know who that is. I see weed and smoke it. I do smoke weed, I must admit. It is a bad habit and it's still illegal in the UK. But yeah, it is one of my bad habits. I've always done it through my fighting life. I've always done it through my whole life. And yeah, I've always done it, I must admit. I smoke way too much. I've really got to cut that out. Ancient Evenings. I haven't read that, no, but I will take a look at that after stream. If you DM me that on Twitter, I will actually go back and have a look at that because I'm always looking for stuff to read and watch. You need a good blue and yellow background. I'll probably have something from your birthday bash you could use. I quite like the background. I think it's quite nice, but it does look a bit superstar money, I must admit. I just got to put an Only Fools fan somewhere, right? Something like that. I did actually have like loads of other choices, but yeah. Yeah, I did have loads of other choices. There's quite a few choices I had, but all of them when I put them up just didn't look right. Seaweed. What the what is that? Are you a sushi chef now? Wrap everything in seaweed. Don't you get Chinese seaweed from Chinese shop? It's the sweetest thing ever. It's really nice. Really, it looks the most awful thing in the world. And to cook it, you're probably better off buying it from the Chinese shop. It's the most simplest thing to cook, right? But it takes forever to cook. And then when you emptying the oil out the pan and stuff like that, because you believe it or not, seaweed's supposed to be healthy, but the amount of oil you cook it in a lot of oil, right? When you empty that out, and that is a pain in the ass to clean up. That is worse than trying to clean grease out. It's that bad. But yeah, I like seaweed. I like a lot of stuff like that. Wait, Bobby, you in England? He's telling us best fish and chips are in Spain. Wait, there's no great fish and chips in England, mate. Maybe at the seaside places you'll get a good fish and chips, but honestly, nah. I would say the best fish and chips I ever had was in Spain. 1,000,000,000%. I've never had fish and chips like it here. Most of the fish and chips I get where I live from takeaway places and that are soggy as. I mean, they're definitely better on the beach when you go on holiday. Like to go to Great Yarmouth or Devon or someone like that, like some of the English coast, then it's a great place to go. Great place to eat and stuff like that. I do like eating cockles and stuff caught fresh out the sea, stuff like that. That's the only raw fish I'll eat, by the way. So yeah. But yeah, no fish and chips. Great places where I live. You have to have health insurance in the US, Bob. So how much would that cost you to pay for that each month? Give me Todd. What happened to Superstar Money? They're supposed to be spam chatting. Yeah, they skanked me, I must admit. Spain is only a few miles from Africa. That's trippy. That is trippy. You'd be surprised what countries are actually next to each other. I mean, I didn't realize we were so close to Russia. Bob's way behind in the chat. Bob's way behind in the chat. We got in for another hour at least. No, because my nephew's going to show up any minute. Bob needs to co-host just to read the chat. Bob does need a co-host. You should have got your ass in here 10 minutes ago or an hour ago. But then I did say I was going and I haven't left yet. But we're getting into it now. We're getting into it. It's nice, right? Because this whole time you've all watched my videos and I never get to chat to any of you. It's nice to finally be able to like chat to you like face to face, one-on-one. That's what I think my channel needs a bit more of. Plus, thank you for everyone, all the subscribers as well. I never get to say that enough. Thank you for everyone that watches, all the subscribers, everyone that watched me grow the first 100 subscribers. Then Paul gets out to suffer through some editing changes, some unique videos there. Yeah, I mean, my first video was literally the security device thing that used to come up on the thing, on the veve app. That used to be my first video, and I sound so depressed in that video. And somehow, along the line, my voice changed into Mr. Beast or something like that. I just got a bit more oomph to it. I don't sound like that now, but when I do the other videos, I'm a bit more, hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Yeah. Yo, Ronnie Lighto, good to see you, my friend. I've actually seen you do a couple of live stuff recently. I've seen a couple of pictures of you recently. You've been doing some stuff. Keep putting yourself out there, my friend. Anytime you want to reach out, come over this side, you're more than welcome. I need to start reaching out to more people. I need to talk to more people. I spent so long just doing my own thing. I just need to reach out a bit more. Although I'm still doing my normal Bob videos because they are my favorite videos. And I tend to even enjoy watching them after I make them. They're actually that good. Not being big-headed or not, but that I think they're pretty good. Bobby should have saved $6.99 from today's drop and bought Skin and Bones NFT. I don't even know how much the Skin and Bones NFT are. I think they're like, how much are they? I'm sure they were like 20 quid, 25 quid, maybe. I'm not sure. Bad habit, says who? Well, it's not a bad habit, but I don't have unlimited money, unfortunately. So in that sense, it's a bad habit. If I had unlimited money, I'd smoke away till my life was content. But I also know that when I go back to MMA in the next week or two, I'm going to suffer. Like sparring someone, fighting someone, you can kind of pace yourself. You can kind of, have a little moment, jog back. When you have a wrestle, when you have a jiu-jitsu match, MMA, BJJ, when you do any of that, after 5 minutes of that and you get choked out a couple of times, 5 more minutes after that, you start feeling hell and you sitting there regretting your decisions. Exactly. It was a godsend for me. What was that? Well, it made me less violent, put it that way. That's as far as I'll go into that. But yeah, it made me a calmer person. Back in the day, if you looked at me wrong, if you said my name wrong, if you called me anything, it would be down straight away, right? I was a horrible kid, horrible person in school. I mean, I was very popular in school. I was a great laugh in school, but if you got on the wrong side of me, you would know about it. So I tend to be a lot calmer now, a lot more reflective. But again, I'm older now, right? So that's right, Ronnie. My brain could, well, I function just the same. It's not like I don't function exactly the same because I do. I literally function exactly the same. It's how I regulate my body at a given point. But that's a typical for another. But that's, yeah, maybe that's a couple of days not smoking will do that to you. Very true, Brune. Not enough money for Bob. That's easy. Just get more money. Yeah, right. Bob's poor. Bob's one of the poor fam. Bob's one of the poor fam. I got a working man's veve channel. That's what it's always been, a working man's veve channel. So I've still got to go and do the night shift tonight. I've still got to go and do the night shift every night. So yeah, I'm not well off. I'm not financially secure at all. So hopefully veve 10x's, 100x's, and we're laughing to the moon, right? But yeah, I'm not the most well-off person in the world. I'm just not. But I still like to put in what I can to veve. I still like to put in what I can to other projects. And most of my spare money goes into other stuff. And then some of my unspare money then starts going into the other stuff. So I really got to curb that this month because I've got stuff to post out and that. And they're like $40, well, £50 a parcel, £40 a parcel. So yeah, got to do that. Bobsales is not. What's up, Gus? I've actually got to post yours out. That's actually getting done today. I'll start growing because I'm sick of weaknesses. Yeah. You can't grow it here, I don't think. Where do you live? We don't get the weather for it, and if you do, it turns into wet, soggy nothing. Bob needs to stop making veve content and buy PFL horses. With what? Are you going to donate to me right now? You need to donate to me $400 so I can buy a PFL horse, and I'll put your name on it. I'll put skin and bones on it. Just buy fillies and breed. I will have a look. I need to have a look. I must admit. Lol. I'm too broke. Yeah, so £150 is not cheap. It's not cheap. But I know there's Funkos that go for the same price. So in that aspect, sorry, fucking hell, I'll learn to speak in a minute. Sorry about the language there. But yeah, in that sort of way, I'm thinking, and it's a bigger video, it's a bigger physical toy as well, and you get the NFT, right? NFT is going to be worth $50 at least. There's only 3,000 editions, and that's between 5 different rarities, right? It's not going to be FA nothing, I don't think. And obviously we have 2 Iron Mans already, so there's that's going to milk it down a bit. But again, I think for a Funko toy, 18 inches, 3,000 editions, it's related to veve, it's got the NFT attached to it. I think that's worth $150. I'm not going to lie. And I am going to buy that. And that is where some of my money's going to. And I did mention earlier that I'm supposed to be going to a London meetup. And I might actually change my mind and actually just buy the physical toys and use that money for a better purpose. I was going to go for the meetup, but I'm not 100% sure. I've got to be honest. And no one can decide what they're doing in the chat as well. Like, it keeps changing. 1 minute it's different day, next minute it's not, right? But yeah, I do agree. For the normal person, 150 quid is not a less bit of money. It's not a low bit of money. And I do agree with what you were saying as well about the physical toys being like the $10 ones. I do get what you mean by that. I mean, you could have done 50,000 of them. Yeah, you could have done 50,000 of them and sold them, right? They probably wouldn't have all sold out straight away. But again, you might have... I forgot what I was saying there. Sorry, I heard the door go. I think that's the door. Yeah, so the door's just gone. So my nephew is actually back. But yeah, if they've done 50,000, the little one, sorry, I do think that would help mass adoption. The 3,000 is not going to help mass adoption. It's not going to help. But there's a lot of people that keep an eye on Funko releases. That's where it's advertising, right? Because it's advertising that. They're going to look at this veve connected, first NFT connected. I don't know whether they made any other NFT ones, but they're going to look at that and be like, well, maybe that will get them to look into veve, the project. Web gaming is a zero-sum game. Yeah, I'm not too sure on Web3 gaming myself. Well, we have to get you on track for making some money. Now I'm all right, mate. We're all right. I survive. Eventually, Vivi's going to make the money. Vivi's going to make the money. I have hope. It hasn't died yet. Vivi should have done a cheaper, smaller Funko. Yeah, they should have done to attract the masses, but I kind of like it the way it is. And I'm kind of glad they've done the price like that because I'm hoping not everyone's going to have that spare and not everyone's going to be willing to risk that on a veve toy. I think with the other ones, they would have done. And it also stops people buying more than one because you can get 2 per household, right? I mean, that's $300, so I can't see a lot of people buying 2. And it's American only, by the way. So I'm going to have to pay $150 and then I'm going to have to pay another $50, $60 to actually get it shipped out to me. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. And then I've got to find someone I can trust to actually get it shipped to, which I've got a person in mind. But again, if it's in Canada, I can use Superstar money. But again, my McFarlane toys were still there because we got a bit carried away with that. Parcel prices got a bit too much. And in fact, they were supposed to give them away. So we will get them on later. I think when I'll arrange that interview with them and I'll get them to do that in the next couple of days if I can do it. And then we'll pair up and we'll give some of them away on that stream. And then we'll try to give some of them away for Drophead Starboy rewards. Starboys, Dropheads, all the same, right? It's just supporting the channels. Funko partnerships have been released on DC and Wax before. Right, so I have never seen that. Where on DC? As in DC Palm? I've never seen no DC Funkos. No Palm Funkos. Wax, I don't really look into Wax. I've never looked into Wax, so I couldn't tell you that. What's your price predictions on the NFT Funko Iron Man? I've got to be honest. I think they sell out. And we have a lot of rich people in VV as well as broke people like myself. But I think they sell out. I think they easily sell out. And I think they will go up in value. I do. And if VV do get bigger, if the fams still carry on following VV like they do, and if the metaverse actually, with the VVverse actually starts paying out, and like we start getting people back in here, the way things are at the minute, more people are dropping off month by month. All right, it's increased a little bit, but we are still dropping off month by month. All right. So hopefully we can get more people in. But I do think that Funko Iron Man is going to have a price. I do think it's going to be more than what you're paying for it. I've got to be honest. And it's like the NFT. So you're talking about the NFT. Of course, you're talking about the NFT. I mean, the toy itself, right? So I think that's going to have higher value than the drop price. And the Funko NFT, I think it's $50 minimum. But bearing in mind, there's only 3,000 and there's 5 different rarities to spread that across. Yeah, I still think it's going to be $50. I think that's where it's going to rest at, $50. So the first people to redeem them, get them in there, might actually have a better chance of getting a higher price, right? But I think that's the way to go. I don't think the way to go is to buy the item, not use the NFT, not redeem it. I think that's a silly move to make. And I don't want to open my Funko, but I'm going to have to open it to get in there to get the NFT out, I presume. I presume it's not going to be on the back of the box, right? But yeah, I do think they're going to be, I think the toy itself is going to be worth more than the 150. And I actually think the NFT is going to be worth $50 itself. Depending on which rarities as well, it's going to matter on that. DC drop is live. I haven't done DC drop in ages. I didn't even know there was one. What drop is on DC today? Is it worth going for? Because if it's worth going for, I'll put it up and maybe we'll go there. Because it'll give you guys something to do rather than just talk to me. I am gonna go off, I must admit. And the comments have finally slowed down, so you probably all got sick of me at this point. And I have babbled on for quite a while. I mean, I've spoken for an hour and 40 minutes to just myself and you guys. That's crazy. I never thought I'd be able to do that in a lifetime, right? If these Funkos don't, they'll go to Target discount shelf for 50. They'll sell out. They'll sell out. All the whales are definitely buying one. And they're probably buying 2, right? I'm buying 1, and I'm one of the brokest people probably here. And I'm scraping enough to make sure I get 1. And if I can, I may actually get a second because I want one to sell. I'm going to be honest. I think after the drop is done, after they do sell out, which I do think they will sell out. I'm not going to lie to you. I think they will sell out. First physical VV toy, put in the background behind you and that, NFT with it. I think worst case you're paying $100 for the toy if you sell the NFT. So I think they sell out. So no discount shelf. So the comments are finally stopped. So that's probably going to be me going. So I've been with you an hour and 40 minutes. Mo never come to show up. Thank you for coming to the stream. I will do the Ron English one tomorrow because I've done a video for that. Again, you probably will have to suffer that one. Yes, DC drop is McFarlane. Oh, is it McFarlane today? Sorry. Oh, right. Okay. So how much is the McFarlane drop today? Just give me. I'll just get a quick answer on that. So it's not a DC comic, it's a McFarlane drop. What is it on McFarlane? I've been so out of it this week because I've literally been doing the 8-hour videos, right? Once I'm in that zone, I tend to leave Twitter alone and that because normally when you're halfway through making it, it pops on. So let me know what the McFarlane drop is. DC drop is McFarlane 1. You were doing so good. I was just enjoying my coffee. Thank you very much, Mo. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I must admit, I am probably going to leave you Detective Comics 40. McFarlane cover of the Todd. Ooh. Right, so it's a DC drop, but it's the McFarlane cover, right? Of the Todd cover. Is that what we're saying? So it's a DC Palm drop, but it's the popular McFarlane cover. Is that what we're saying? That's actually quite a big comic. Let me just pull my phone up 1 second. Let me just have a quick look at that before we go. So that's DC, right? $10. So it's probably DC, I'm guessing. Let me have a look. DC Palm. I'm doing it on my phone just for ease right now. The site's so shit. Even typing it in is so hard to just even find it. Does it come up for you like with 10 other things before you get the DC one? If I type in Palm, it doesn't come up. I have to literally type in DC NFT. Right, so I'm in the wait list. Why not? I'm in the wait list. I don't have no money in the account, but if I can get this one, I think it'd be worth it. My nephew is going to turn up any minute, though, and I do need to go food shopping. I do need to get some more stuff to go with my seaweed, I must admit. My phone's popping off over here. What is going on? Communities, everything. Well done. That guy's an idiot. Oh, no, that's a different guy. He's not an idiot. My collectibles, crypto toys, my collectibles, veve. Yeah, I've got a lot going on that phone. So let me have a look. It's Detectives Comics 423 McFarlane cover of Todd. That could have a good value, that one. And I must admit, I would not be buying this to collect anymore. DC Comics, I think, are done. I must admit, if it weren't for that comic the other day, the Batman #1, I think that was their last ditch. Does this stop still making that noise? But yeah, I think that was their last ditch effort to make some money, I must admit, and to get some more hype back into the project, which it actually works. I'm happy for them. That did actually work. How many rarities of this comic is there, by the way? Because I'm in like 9,000 place already, which is pretty good. It's $10. Batman 423. No on DC Palms. Thank you very much. Get it, Bob. I'm going to get it. I think I'm going to. Why not? Let's try it, right? 20-minute wait. Yes. 70 minutes. Oh, what? So we're not supposed to be entering the wait list yet? Let me know. Are we supposed to be entering the wait list? Because I'm in the wait list right now. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done a DC drop. So do I need to be in there 15 minutes before the drop? I take it that could mean you got 17 minutes wait, right? Yeah, Brun, get in touch on Discord or Twitter. I sent you a message. I'm just going to have a puff of my fag, so I'm going to turn my camera off for 2 seconds. Multi-tab gate it. So I should have muted that, shouldn't I? Multi-tab gate. I would go for the multi-tab thing, but I can't really be asked for that, I must admit. It's not really my thing. Yeah, the multi-tab thing's not really my thing, and I'm not really that fussed if I don't get it either way. Sorry, I don't think you should smoke on camera. It's not really good for the viewers that don't smoke, right? Multi-tab gate got me on comment. What? So you've already got yours? So it's definitely, yes, should be on the wait list. Right, okay. So I'm in the wait list now. Okay, Mo, you should be on the wait list. Right, so I'm in the wait list now. And I think I'm ahead of you then. Because you said you're 15 minutes, mine's saying 14 minutes. There was a trick I found out with DC Palm before. If you kept refreshing it on your phone, it does actually jump you in the queue. I don't know whether that still works, but the last time I tried it, it did actually work. I have 12 minutes before I can buy it. I have 14 minutes, so mine's gone up. So I don't know whether that's because I closed my phone or what. I'm tempted to start refreshing it like I've done before, but I'm actually in pretty good place, I think. So we'll just see what's happening. Let me see if I can pull it up actually. Let me cross some of these extra windows off. Sleeping in his hat. I'll just pull this up now. No, I'm going to have to use my credit card, and I'm not going to do that till I know if I got the drop. So we will pull the queue up on the computer. Probably no reason to. And my nephew showed up. So that's probably me. Gonna head out any minute. Got my Batman 423 cover. So what did you get? So is that what you got it already? You're already in there? Secured. I got one in the drop. It was open on one of my 20 tabs. Congratulations. What did you get? Oh yeah, you won't know, will you, unless you type it in. And typing it in is the longest thing ever. I can't believe you smoke indoors. Even when I did it, I hate the smell it leaves. Always went outside. Yes, I do smoke indoors. I normally smoke downstairs because I don't normally smoke around my toys, comics, and stuff like that. Smoke damage is the worst thing for your items, right? So I don't normally smoke up here, I must admit. But I do have like a couple of pull now and again when I'm streaming. 10 minutes. Reveal is later. I don't know what I've got. Right. So I am going to go for the drop. Why not? Fuck it. I haven't really got the money to, but because I'm so broke this month, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll pull this up on my phone. I'll get that money in there now rather than do it while you're watching. I mean, what place am I on there? Is there there's not a lot of people who seem to be going for this kind. I'm in better place on the screen I've just worked out. How many rarities, how many comics are there for sale? 6,000, 3,000, no 1,000? Let me know. A second. Sorry, I'm just putting some money in the account. Don't want to do it on camera. Forgot any money left. Second. Oh, yeah, I can't put the money in the account till I get in there, can I? What a tit. What a tit. What a tit. And I've actually just lost my drop stream and all. What a tit. I've actually just closed off my Palm tab. No way. I can't believe I've just done that. So now I'm not even in the queue now, and I was in a good place as well. Oh no, it's kept me in the queue. So I'm 4,000 on the phone saying 7 minutes. And on my PC it's saying 7 minutes, I believe. Don't know why I just don't do that. Yeah, so I'm 7 minutes. I'm actually lower on the PC. No, I'm not. I'm higher on the PC now. He can't make up his mind. 1 minute I'm higher, 1 minute I'm lower. Can't make up his mind. So I was just checking. There's no one here yet. 9 minutes. Makes sense. Mr. Mo knows. Limit 1 of 1. Do we know how many editions? 7 minutes. I never needed a queue. I just logged into the website and I'm in. Oh, Well, I'm in a queue. 6 minutes. I mean, is this a valuable comic? Because we all seem to be in the wait list pretty easy. I mean, I know there's not a lot of people buying on DC Palm. I've stopped buying on DC Palm. And like, even all the stuff I've got in there, I've got like a secret rare Wonder Woman, and it's like mint. I can't remember what mint number, but I'm sure it's in the 40s. And I can't sell it for the 100 quid because obviously, for you to be able to sell it, people have got to look at the mint number, right? And if no one looks, no one cares. And then the amount of listings you can click on and buy now and they're not for sale, I don't know what is going on. So it's definitely not the product on Palm. I would say it's definitely the site itself. No, it should be there. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, I am queuing. I'm just going to have another quick puff, guys. 1 second. Well, good luck, everyone who's going for it anyway. Hopefully we get some secret rares. We won't see till later, right? The time to reveal time. Another hour, 2, 4 minutes. Buy what you like. It's what I did. Yeah, I've been doing that in veve. I must admit, I'm not buying anything in Palm right now. I might buy today's because can probably flip this. This might be worth going for, right? But I'm really stopped buying in Palm. If I could sell everything in Palm tomorrow, I would. I really would. And if I listed everything for floor, I'd probably get about 10p. But if I could sell everything in Palm, I actually would, because I can't see it going much longer. I'm not going to lie to you. Veve's struggling. But Veve's got 2 years ahead of everyone else. So Veve started struggling like 2 years in, right? They've had a year of struggling. Sorry. So they've had a year of struggling. Whereas these other companies are fairly new, first year, and it's already, struggling. So it's not a good sign. It's like cryptoids. They need a market before they get mass adoption, 100 million%. And if you have a look at their YouTube channel, it's very small group. But I do actually like the CEOs. I like the team and that. And obviously I've supported my fellow content creators by buying some of the things on there, right? So I've got 3 minutes on that screen. The other thing is cryptoids are very small. Like their YouTube channel and stuff is really, really small. So, but the thing is, right, when veve first started, you got to think about it this way. When veve first started, there was Todd's in the store, what you could buy for about 3 months, right? There was drops you could buy for about 3 months. So that's the way I'm looking at cryptoids right now. And I'm not an ambassador, nothing like that. So I can be as truthful as you like. A lot of my friends are ambassadors, so I'm going to be as respectful as I can as well. But yeah, they need a market. Everyone needs a way to get out if they want to get out, right? It's like in real life, I've got all these physical toys, but I'm still allowed to sell them, right? If I really want to. 1 minimum per account, 2 minutes. Yeah, I actually should be paying attention to that, shouldn't I? 1 minute. There's still DC Grails that can be dropped on Palm. There's definitely DC Grails on Palm. There's 100 DC Grails you could have on Palm. It's the site itself. I think that's the problem with DC. Again, it's not the product on DC. It's the site. If you could see the mint numbers and stuff like that, that would be so much easier for the market. If all the items that were actually sold were actually took off the market, that would be better. If you could click on your items in your pack, say, and then that would take you to the market like it does on veve, that would be so much better. It's the site that's the problem. It's definitely not the products. Like DC Palm, it's been going for 100 years, right? So it's definitely not the product. It's like Marvel, DC, they're the same thing. They're literally the same thing. Same value, same worth. To me, anyway. So there's definitely DC Grails to come. But the site's got to survive before they come, right? And I think some of them would do a lot better on veve. I'm not going to lie to you. And I think they should have all kept it in one place. And I do think DC got a bit greedy when they started with HRO and stuff like that. I think that could have all been done on veve. I think they see veve succeeding, and then they were like, well, why should we share half our company, half our profits? I think that's fair enough, though. It's their company, you can do what they like, right? But yeah, I do personally think that what's that? DC is getting an app soon. It has an app already, right? Oh, that's not an app, it's a website. Yeah, they definitely need to do something, and the quicker they can do it, the better. Because that's definitely DC's problem. Don't think it's the items themselves. Definitely not. They've got past history. We already know they can sell. McFarlane View. Yes, McFarlane definitely needs work. I struggle. I've got a brand new computer. It's not brand new, it's secondhand, but it was £1,000 computer. And I can just about move around the web app in there. So yeah, that definitely needs changing. So mine's come up actually saying, thank you for waiting. You are now being redirected for the website. And I'm actually not being redirected for any website. Oh, here we go. Now I've been redirected for the website. So I'm just going to purchase this and then I'll probably head off, guys, because I've been on for quite a while now. So I'll just do this. I'll do it on the stream with you for the good luck. And good luck, everyone else. I hope you get some good rarities in there. Just trying to check out now. Oh, that's not good. That card's expired. I hope that don't mess me up now, because I know people have had problems with that, right? Make sure I'm in the right one. Now I actually lost the drop. Batman 2. Oh, now it's saying the page is frozen. Has anyone else got that? That page is frozen, look. Damn it. Why? Oh, I can't do that while you lot are watching. Nearly. See if I can access it in there. Because right now, I've got, oops, something's gone wrong. Come on. Come on. It's saying that card don't work, even though that card is my new card. So I've got a funny feeling my card's been blocked. It's not good. Have a look. I've had this problem a few times with Palm. Let me just get in there 1 second. Why is it showing every single card? 1 second. Just trying to work out what's going on here. So won't let me buy it. Come on, you bastard. All right, I'm going to have to go and get my card and try to do that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to do that. Right, so I'm going to head off now because I need to go and actually get my card and log in and do it that way, because that card did not work. It actually rejected it. So that's probably me blocked for the day. So let me have a look. I'm minted, heading out on oil change. Great stream. Take care. Thank you very much. Good luck. Refresh Bob, enter the website again. Yeah, right. I'm gonna go and do that now, and I'll let you know what my I'll let you know what my reveal is when I get back. So anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Thanks for being in the chat. As always, I've been your host, Bob Sales. This time next year, we will be millionaires. A peace.